Welcome back everyone to my low-level playthrough of Chrono Trigger on the Wii Virtual Console. It's time for us to finish the war between the reptiles and the humans. This completion of this war is mainly going to feature Ayla soloing bosses, and she'll be just kissing herself to heal herself, and then just wailing away on the bosses with her fists. So not a lot of strategy, so there's going to be a lot of fast forwarding. This is a really annoying section here. This is you have to line up with this pillar, run into it, and you normally would get into a fight right there. That's unavoidable, but if you time it just right, it took me several tries, you will get into the door at the same time you enter the encounter, and they'll let you skip the encounter. So there's Nizbal. You can talk with him. He just basically says that Ayla is in the back, and you thought you could avoid him, but you can't. So, we're going to have to fight Nizbal. Well, mainly, Ayla is going to have to fight Nizbal. So, we want to enter this battle with full hit points, just so Chrono can survive Nizbal's, first attack. And I should not have had Marley attack Nizbal there, because as you saw, Nizbal's defense increases when he's attacked. I thought that was just for physical attacks, but it's also for magical attacks, so that means this battle's going to take a little bit longer. Now, if you shock Nizbal 3 times, he releases an electrical charge, which will basically wipe out Chrono and Marley. So we don't want to hit him with electricity 3 times. However, that trigger is not activated if Ayla counterattacks Nizbal. So basically all I have right here is that rage band that we found in the future, and the swords. It counterattacks 50% of the time. So all I do is just basically let Ayla get hit here. When she needs to, she kisses herself to restore her hit points, and just lets the counterattacks take care of Nizbal. This way I never have to worry about Nizbal using that electrical charge. I just have to have patience and wait Nizbal out. Unfortunately, Nizbal is very, very fast, so Kiss actually won't keep up with all the damage that he does. Eventually, you'll have to use a mid-tonic or two, but we have maxed out mid-tonics, and pretty much after this dungeon, money is not going to be a problem anymore, because we have a long story segment to go through, but after that's completed, we'll get the wallet, and that'll turn all experience in the wallet into money. So we'll be getting money from battles, and we'll also be getting, so we'll be doing, fights. So we'll get the regular money from the fights, and the experience will also turn into money. So we basically double dipping money from fights. And we'll be doing a lot of fighting. I'll be doing most of it off screen, of course, to get all our characters' texts. So those texts will make a lot of these battles much, much easier. Also, getting some really good equipment. It'll make battles easier. Mainly these elemental mails, which allow you to absorb certain elemental attacks. So that would be really nice for something like this. Like if Nizbal release all the electricity. If you had, I believe it's the white mail that allows you to absorb attacks from lightning. And you get red mail for fire, blue mail for water, and black mail for shadow. So Nizbal 2 is down after just a lot of fast forwarding, and there'll be more fast forwarding coming up. We have another tricky section here. We got to navigate, avoid a lot of invisible tiles that are actually that trigger unescapable battles. So we have a good save there. But luckily, like I said, there's a lot of save points nearby. So we just gotta run down here, get to about this window, then go up. And you kind of make like a U. So you kind of made like an M shape there to avoid those encounters. You want to be careful going through there, because you don't want to hit the right button. The right button will summon 2 Megasaurs. The left button will make 2 pits appear. and then the Mega Swords will fall into the pits. But every time you have to reset, because I messed up this encounter coming up, it's really easy to hit that, hit the button on the right. So basically what you gotta do is you gotta line yourself up really, really perfectly with that pillar on the right. So about like 3/4 of your body is in line with the pillar, and the one little quarter of it is just sticking off to the side. And you gotta walk up slowly. Otherwise there's two encounters there that are really tough to avoid. That's the easiest way to avoid them. I tried to use the movement method that the tool assisted speedrun uses, but obviously I don't have save states to use, and it's really, really precise. Wasn't able to do it, so that was the way I managed to finish it off. And there is Ayla. Now for this battle, we're going to have to move some equipment around. We want to give Ayla that ruby vest that Robo has right now. Ruby vest cuts, that's initially Ayla's ruby vest, and it cuts fire damage by 50%. And that's going to be really important for her because she'll be soloing the second half of this battle. Give her the speed belt, that'll help her deal more damage over time. And I guess it's like Magus, this battle coming up, in that there is two phases, but they're more distinct. So, the first, well, if you saw there was her roaring in the background. That is this black Tyro. It's basically a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and it's with Ayla. And Ayla basically has like a magical shield over it. So you have to kill Ayla first before you can really damage the Black Tyro. And even when the Ayla's gone, the Black Tyro still kind of has some high defense. You have to hit during a certain phase. But Ayla basically takes like no damage from physical attacks. Basically doing single damage. So the only way we're going to be able to deal with Ayla here is basically use Chrono and Marley's magic. Chrono dies pretty easily. Marley, since she has a few levels, she actually can survive if you have some good equipment on her. That's why I gave her that Ceratop. See, she barely survives several of Ayla's attacks. But we can have Ayla on standby duty to heal. Yeah, Ayla's useless for this first half because, you know, she doesn't have any magic. Remember when we went to the end of time, the spectator was like, you were born in a time before magic, so you can't use it. Which is really weird because, look at it, Ayla is actually using magic, so magic has to somehow exist. I mean, he's using pyrokinesis, he's teleporting rocks, so maybe it's a different type of magic. We're just trying to keep Chrono alive as long as possible, and that stinks. Ayla got put to sleep there, but we don't really have anything that can prevent that. We just have Chrono try to stay alive as long as possible, and unfortunately, like I said, Ayla wasn't alive to kiss him and keep him back. But not that Chrono can do too much. He can basically attack like 4 times because he has he only has 8 MP. So we'll have to use like some ethers or mid-ethers if you have any to heal his MP up. And with only 8 MP, a mid-ether that gives back 30, it's kind of a overkill on him. So I just take my time and just let Marley finish him off. So I only have to worry about healing one person. If things get really bad, like Marley can potentially heal herself with a tonic, or she can use her aura attack, or aura technique. Although you prefer a tonic, because you don't want to basically be wasting her MP on aura. However, aura though does heal more than a tonic, so it might be important to. Yeah, if you only get hit by like a thing that only is doing like 50 damage, yeah, then you want to. And Ayla's not around, then you can use a tonic, but the other stuff you might want to use an aura for. Ayla has 1,800 hit points, so this is going to take a while because as you see, we're only basically doing like 80 to 90 damage, somewhere between there. And there's the Tyro phase. He'll do that on his own. So that Tyro is basically doing like just support damage. He'd occasionally like bite a character and eat them. When he does that, he heals some hit points, but since we never hit him, that healing doesn't matter at all. It'll matter a little bit more in the second phase once Ayla is defeated. But once Ayla is defeated, the Tyro will basically remove its defense to power up a flame attack. And you basically have 5 seconds to attack it, deal as much damage as possible, and then it will release a massive flame attack. That flame attack will, as you saw there earlier, totally wipe out Marley. So there's no point in bringing Marley or Chrono back to life. And at that point, we just have Ayla just finish off Ayla by, the Black Tyranno by herself. And she's basically, the Tyro was so slow, and at that point he only basically does 2 attacks. He does the flame attack, which Ayla will easily survive thanks to the ruby vest, and then he will pick you up and chew on you. Now Ayla can potentially be defeated if you don't heal between those 2 attacks, but as you see, there's so many turns between each of those attacks that Ayla's basically like no trouble. So yeah, you can use your mid tonics, or since Ayla doesn't really, you want to save mid tonics for whatever reason, like I did, you can just kiss yourself twice after being chewed on. That will heal you to full. Yeah, this is just it. While he's doing the countdown, his defense is down. That's when you do the most damage. And yes, he is healing a little bit there, but pretty much like 1 or 2 hits when he's moving his defense will counter the hit points that he absorbs from you. So depending on how many criticals you get, you basically come out ahead. Maybe about like 700 hit points each cycle. He has a little over 10,000 hit points, so you're looking at round up around maybe like 20 cycles. But eventually, like I said, he will fall, and the reptile race will be defeated. It's neat how they do like I guess real history here. But we saw, I mentioned earlier in a previous episode about that red star in the background. We saw it a little bit more prominently before this fight started. That red star is Lavos, and he's gonna crash down onto the Earth, and that will bring about the Ice Age. So they kind of mixed in the way that dinosaurs were wiped out, with a meteorite to Lavos here. Of course, it's not really true to real history because man and dinosaurs didn't roam the Earth at the same time. But this is fantasy. And, people didn't have time travel and all that other fun stuff. So that'll be all we have to really do in Prehistoria. We have a side quest later on. It's not the last time we'll deal with dinosaurs, because there's a side quest later on that deals with dinosaurs. And there's like side quests where we just make a brief visit to this area. But there's no more dungeons in here that we have to take care of. Although when I'm grinding off screen for stuff, I'll probably go through the Dino layer the first time we came to Prehistoria, and did something there to get all that treasure that I missed. And also be going to the hunting range to basically just get tech points and then trade those the trash loot that I get from the enemies there at the village for different items. So there's some like better weapons for Chrono, for basically everybody, and you know, armor. So, but yes, the heavens have sided with the apes. And this is where I'll leave off. A little cliffhanger here. Take care. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.